What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TNC Reacts. Today is Tuesday Thoughts, and we are going to be talking about Rhoda Osman, aka Brick Lady, who was just sentenced. Now, it's been a couple of days since she's been sentenced, but the charges in themselves are quite interesting. So let me let the news report speak for itself.
With that GoFundMe scheme story. Remember Rhoda Osman? We talked about her a few times for the last couple of years. In 2023, she was known as the Brick Lady online. She made claims that a man threw a brick at her head outside of a bar in West Houston because she didn't give him her phone number. Well, she went on to collect $42,000 through a GoFundMe campaign she started after that. Well, a Harris County jury found her guilty of theft. She has to spend 90 days in jail, 10 years probation. She has to pay restitution, 10 years of no social media, which is big for her brand. All right.
So I find it quite enlightening because I have a really big thing with making social media your identity. You know, as people, we should be able to go outside, smell the fresh air, touch grass, interact with other people in person. Because if we make social media our personality, our identity, we will definitely get lost in the sauce and start doing things in order to go viral or allow ourselves to be internet famous, which is a drug in itself. So, what I noticed about Rhoda is that she caused major division within the black community. You know, black women were going against black men. You know, black men don't protect black women. I even made a video talking about it. And she pretty much went unchecked for about 2 years. And finally, with this judge sentencing her the way that they've done, shows that there's going to be a crackdown on social media. This woman has a 10-year social media ban. And if she violates and posts anything, then she has to actually serve out her sentencing, which is 8 to 10 years. I'm telling you, that's wild, especially for someone like her who is addicted to posting. Because a lot of people don't understand is that, yes, they saw the news, but they don't really understand how bad she was posting after the brick situation, after lying and saying all of these different things about black men, so on and so forth. It was just a tirade that just continued on. And another social media person by the name of Queen of Accountability was the one really keeping her foot on this lady's neck by making sure that she was held accountable because this woman lied her way to this position. She lied and lied and lied, made people beef with one another online. And now that she's been found guilty, I've seen that the internet on the women's side has been very quiet. I don't know if it's because of the sisterhood, where they're like, well, we don't want to talk about it and really bash this chick after standing up behind her, which honestly, if you're a fair person, that's something that you should do. If you were backing somebody that happens to be wrong, be like, hey, I was wrong. This person's a dirtbag. There's nothing wrong with doing that because that shows that you're fair and it shows that you actually care about being honest and legit. But you know, it's been very hush hush for a lot of these people, and I think what we have to understand or we have to get away from is making social media our life. You know, that is one of those things for Tuesday thoughts that I want you to get. We cannot make social media our identity because you end up like people like her where they lie to try to scam and scheme their way to getting some money instead of using their actual talent, because there's probably plenty of things that she could have done. She's supposedly an immigrant, or she's a citizen that was originally an immigrant, or people came from a different country, whatever the case may be. You had opportunities to do it in a legit manner, but instead you want to scheme, scam, lie, and cause problems within a community that already has its own issues that it's working on right now. But you want to add fuel to that fire and make a group that didn't do anything to you, make them look like they're aggressors when no one ever actually did anything to you. You were never hit in the face with a brick. There was no footage to prove it, and there was no damage to even prove it. You know, you just did things where you allegedly put some saline solution in your face to make it blow up like that. I mean, it was just madness. And that wasn't her first time doing that scam. She did it a year prior to that. It's just there was something off about her, and I think it was just the social media addiction. But that's why I'm pushing for people to not be this way. Do not let social media be your identity, because you will end up like this individual, especially when the likes start to drop. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments section, and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody. Peace.